full faith in God. If you believe in God, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. It is through faith that all of us are God's children. When you pray, you must believe fully and not doubt at all, because doubts are like the waves in the ocean. Such a person with doubts will receive nothing from the Lord. Kindly go through these articles with faith. My faith in God is 100%. Do your duty and leave the rest to God. Be in peace and have a positive thinking mind. We shall do our best to bring clarity to your vision. Have faith. My suggestion is to listen to the doctor carefully with a positive mind and understand the chances of getting vision. With that understanding and positive thinking, you will be helped in getting the vision. Follow the Bhagavad Gita, which says, "Thy business is with action only, never with its fruits. So let not the fruit of action be thy motive, nor be thou to inaction attached." Along with lots of positive thinking and other points mentioned in this article, says Professor Dr. S. Natarajan, Chairman and Managing Director of Aditya Jyoti Hospitals. So, Doctor, you've written this message for patients. Me as a person who's interested in policy making, I just wanted to understand what is relevant for me here, or why you made me read this. Okay, the next paragraph. The author of the book Secret says, people think about what they don't want and attract more of the same. Professor Dr. S. Natarajan modifies this to say, patients think of what they don't want, what they fear, what they worry, and attract more of the same. Our founder and CMD of Aditya Jyoti Hospital, Professor Dr. S. Natarajan, again says that patients should think of what they want, perfect vision, and attract more of the same. And going forward, he also talks about his philosophy with the...
So, in this case, you as a policy maker, the same thing you can change it.
Yeah.
You as a,
we can think about what we really want and
so
affect
really
that.
Want? What is it you really want?
So, it's just been a moment of epiphany that I had last week, where the condition of human suffering is something which keeps me awake in the night. I'm not exactly sure what I want, but I want to make the country a better place to live in. How exactly I go about that, there are several pathways to it. Somebody can take to politics. You can do that through policy. You can do that through even founding an organization, a business corporate that does social good. So I actually was thinking I would come and talk to you and probably get some insight and inspiration on how exactly I can go about with the thought that I have.
Yeah, thank you, Varsha, for reading this for me and for my patients. But as you said, you want to make something on a policy making, and that's how I think it is not accident we met. We met with the divine design. So that's what I believe. So what you want, it will happen, and it's there in Bible as "Thou shall be," and in our Sanskrit is "Tadastu." So there in the book Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, page number 62, there is a thing called opposition thinking. That means something negative comes, you have to replace it with the slide that whatever you want you should do. That's what this conveys. So as a patient, they want perfect vision, they should ask for it. So if you ask doctor and the cosmic, it will happen. Same thing for you. You want to make a policy, so when you ask for it, you should be 100% sure you are going to get it. So you can read further. So I'll tell you about my philosophy.
Sure. So Dr. Natarajan mentions in this booklet that he can see it in their anxious faces. He talks about his philosophy. He mentions that he can see it in their anxious faces, their hidden tears, their fears, and the lines of worry on their foreheads. All these speak volumes to me. They speak of their preordained destinies which they try to handle and wish to change. And often I find myself questioning them about their faith in these supernatural powers which created the universe and which keep the cycle of nature working automatically. It is this power, which we call the power of the Lord, which takes care of the universe and shall take care of their pains and destinies, provided the faith in these powers is 100%. If the faith is 100% and the fear is 0, it is pure mathematics, he says. It's only 100% commitment, which includes positive actions, powerful thoughts, and 100% faith that brings about miracles. And miracles do happen.
So, in your case, so what are the 3 things you will do? That is 100% commitment.
100% commitment, 0 fear, and believing in.
No, 100% faith and zero fear.
Yeah.
Three things are given: positive thought, positive action.
Powerful thoughts, positive action, and 100% faith. That's what brings about miracles.
Yes. Now, positive action, powerful thoughts, and the commitment. So, 100% commitment, positive action, powerful thought. So, if your thought is powerful, that's the reason you met me.
Yes, absolutely. It was such serendipity today. I'm
Otherwise,
so glad.
I wouldn't have come out of the hospital. I never stand there for
It's my honor, doctor, that I'm able to meet you and spend so much time with you today.
Next you can read.
Okay. So he is also given a message for everybody to read and follow. I'll just read that. Yes, their pain speaks up for them. It is human to worry, say all the aged, the learned and the intellectuals. The word worry has no place in Bhagavad Gita, which I have been religiously following for the last 31 years. Before that, I too worried about problems that came from either personal front or kith and kin, but now I religiously follow and preach the wonderful effects of powerful thoughts and actions, karma. I am a follower of the 3F rule: faith, fear and fraud. Where there is 100% faith, the fear cannot exist. Either there is faith or there is fear, but not both together. But when in addition to faith one claims it is human to worry, it is fraud in totality. It is this fraud or suspicion attached to faith that keeps us sorrowful.
So the main thing is this is what when I use I really don't know, because my late father-in-law used to say, why are you calling a patient fraud? I said, no, I'm not calling him or her. It is a question that everybody in their lips say, I have faith with God. Generally, atheist, I ask this question, okay, you don't believe God, but what do you believe? You have to believe either yourself, or somebody will say, I believe my father, mother. Somebody says self, or somebody says, I believe the power of nature,
Science.
the supreme power, or science. But the question is, they have the faith in the lips, but in the heart they are worried. For example, I think my mother was like that, maybe your mother too. Like, everybody wants us to do well, but they are worried. Please be careful when you sit in the train, don't put your hand out. I'm agreed, but that is actually the base is worry, and what they wish is correct. So I think I have learned from reading several books the power of subconscious mind, and the question is, you have to, when you have God in everything you do, that's what Bhagavad Gita says, automatically you have to have faith, and then you have to do karma. That's what is the important thing missing in the book by Secret, The Law of Attraction, which says that even the Bhagavad Gita you read some time back, which says do your duty, but don't do the duty with only fruit in mind, but the fruit will be given. So that is what I've learned a long time back with Swami Chinmayananda. So this is what, in spite of knowing everything, till about 92, 93, I was wondering, I'm an excellent surgeon trained by my teacher, Dr. Badrinath. He's the Padma Bhushan, who's the founder of Shankara Netralaya, who's also blessed by Chandrasekhar Swamigal and Jayendra Swamigal and Sankaracharya, and he's such a devotee, also Sai Baba. And in spite of that, I said when I'm operating and when patients go bad for whatever reason, I used to worry, my hands used to set, and I questioned myself. Where in the childhood I was going to temple because my parents told me that you have to go to temple. Then in the teenage you go for sightseeing, and then in the medical college when you went for exam, you want to pass, you went to God. Then you want to start a career, you are doing business with God. Then later I realized, if I am believing God 100%, I am a well trained, excellent skill I have acquired, then why I am worried? So then I changed my thinking, and that's how I made this policy. I called myself that when I'm worried, I'm a fraud. So then it struck me, because when you call yourself a fraud, you can't sleep, because how can you be a fraud and sleep if you're a conscience-oriented man? So I said, I used to remove the worry by going to the terrace and telling Om Namah Shivaya or Om Gam Ganpati Namaha, or even for Mahalakshmi Om Shiva. I used to go to temple, but all the time in the heart I had worry. So I decided how to remove the worry. So this is what is my secret of removing worry. So that I tell the patient. Now, earlier I ended up in fighting, but now I tell the patient, whether he's a Christian or a Muslim or a Parsi or a Hindu, that I say, if you have God 100% in your lips, do you have God in the heart 100%? If you have 100%, then zero, there's no place for fear. So if you have fear, you are a fraud. So that I now I don't tell you are a fraud. So now you have to tell how much is your faith and how much is your worry.
This is actually such radical thinking. You talking about this reminds me of a video of Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev that I saw, wherein he says that when he talks about meditation and when he talks about having a clear mind, he says that just do whatever you have to do. Whatever has to happen to you will automatically happen. I think that's also what Bhagavad Gita, when they say that karmanyeva adhikarastu ma phaleshu kadachan, that's exactly what this also means.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's right. But how much is your faith with God? You said Krishna.
Yes, actually, so for me, I'm in the middle of understanding my relationship with God. Growing up, I was quite ambivalent about God. I just saw my parents going to the temple and I would also just go to the temple. But different life experiences, when life threw curveballs at me and I did not know answers of why things were happening to me, you naturally turn to the meta. When logic cannot explain why this is happening, I started turning to meta. And then I started doing that to a very unhealthy extent, if there is something called an unhealthy extent. And now I'm just finding my balance somewhere, understanding my relationship with God.
I agree, but how much is your faith?
I believe in Sharanagati, which is, like you said, 100% surrender.
Okay. And how much is your worry for your future?
I'm not worrying. I'm just excited and it's nervous excitement.
No, exactly, yeah, but I have any concern. In Hindi they say fikar, no? Aapko fikar hai?
Truth be told, there is a little bit of concern.
So how much is it out of 100?
A good 30-40%, I think I am a little
100
worried.
minus 40 is how much?
60.
No. In my formula, 100 minus 40 is equal to 0 is equal to fraud.
So you're calling me a fraud?
No.
Because I have a little bit of fear.
Introspection. I have written there.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you anything. See, written here, if you have 100% faith in the lips and the heart, then how can you have concern? See, I'm telling you, I wanted to be, at the age of 8, I decided to be an eye doctor because my grandfather, my father eye doctors. I met somebody like me coming and telling you, I met my father's friend. I don't know whether you heard of this company called VGP, VG Panidas, who made...
is an amusement park in
Yes,
Chennai?
yes. So that founder, that where that amusement park is there, we went to book the that place and do the Bhumi Pujan. We did that. I was there for that. That is in 1965, I think. So that is exactly 8 years old. So that day, that man, that Mr. Vijay Panidas told me, he called me, Thambi, if you want to do something in life, you want to do something, you convert your prayer into, convert your dream into prayer, tell that every day night and sleep. You know what was my prayer? Because he told me in Tamil, I'm telling in Tamil, Thambi, நீ உனக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ அதை நீ என்ன உனக்கு கனவு காண்றியோ அதை நீ ஒரு ப்ரேயராக சொல்லிடுனார். நான் தமிழ்லேயே I was praying for almost 20 years, even now I have a hair raising. நான் ஒரு உலக புகழ்பெற்ற நல்ல கண் மருத்துவராக வர வேண்டும். So in English, I have to become a internationally renowned, very good eye doctor, which happened, but not automatic. So I went through, I told somebody, I think another person, there's no struggle. I didn't struggle. Whatever you call, whether somebody, whatever, or you lose a game, whether you don't do well your exam, you got okay pass and whatever. So whatever you are called ups and downs, I won't call a failure. I didn't fail, but ups and downs in life, or a tuition teacher scolds you, or some parents scold you for correcting you. I won't call it a struggle. But I think my father was a government servant. He was a government eye doctor. My grandfather also. So they both did, and then I think so that this was in my mind, and that was my prayer. Every day I will sleep. Before I sleep, I'll say I'll become an internationally renowned eye doctor. My father didn't travel in 1965. My grandfather never traveled out of India. But I don't know how it came to my mind. It came. It has come and it has happened. I am the number one in retina, but doesn't mean anything, because only thing is I have the best experience. But every day I am at the lotus feet of God. Every day when I operate, every day the patient asks me, so what about me? Will I get vision? So I tell them the same. I will do my best. Now I tell one more. When I am operating, God comes in me and He is operating. But I have to be trained. I have to do my training, SOP, whatever protocols, everything I have done. So I think after that, still I'm registering for PhD. I want to get a Nobel Prize. So all that is my dream, but it's not a daydream. And Dr. Kalam is my great friend. He used to tell, dream should not allow you to sleep. The dream should wake you up and make you work. So every day, now thanks to my new life coach, Dr. Anamika Chavan, I get up at 5 in the morning and keep thanking, learning gratitude, thank God. So today, last 10 days, I wanted to talk to Dr. Badrinath and Mrs. Badrinath, my teacher, but today it happened. So
Thank you so much, Doctor. It just, I think, reminds me of a quote which I read by the mystic poet Rumi that says, "What you seek is seeking you."
you can explain that.
Yeah, that is the essence of the Bhagavad Gita quote. Let's just do whatever we are supposed to do, our karma, and whatever has to happen to you will automatically happen to you. And the power of positive thinking, attracting and manifesting, being in alignment with your greatest good.
Yeah, so the only correction I want to tell is because I am following Swami Vivekananda very strictly. He says the destiny is created by your hands. So there is no automatic, and there is no. So I that's why I also told that I think I became, as a child I dreamt to be an internationally renowned eye doctor, but I think I became by doing all the steps required. And I'm also in the International Retina Hall of Fame with my teacher, which started in 1851, and I think nothing is accident. I think everything is happening with a reason. And then the second, sometimes you do research and you don't know the answer, but that is why it's called research. I think we have to keep searching, and we are searching, and people are searching for a soul, people are searching for a peace, but I think everything is inside, and that's what Ramana Maharshi said. It's in one line, you do the best, and you also look for the best for you, yourself, people around you, say the village around you, the town around you, the state, the country, the world. And that's what I'm learning from Twin Heart Meditation, to bless yourself, people around, the country, and the whole earth and the universe. Thank you.